It's apple that make the men of all smiles water. Is this no ordinary apple? It's a magic wishing apple. Yes. One bite and all comes. Really?
Oh, they do look delicious.
Yes. But wait till you taste one.
Awkward silence to me is easy airtime. As I share you try compare my rhymes, speak completely from a different air sign. Now that's a steeper stair climb. There's always something better you could be doing with your spare time. Instead of stressing, left with lessons and a quick receding hairline. No one believes unless it happens before your very bare eyes. You lose the masses when you show enthusiasm to a newer passage. Who's cruised the maddest? Tell them all to do a double backflip and see if you can catch it. With skin tones like a window pane. Don't tell me I think I'm higher because I never boarded the plane. But trust I've been low, and since then I've been receptive. And I notice the acceptance and perception never coming to the question. The quicker culture digresses in the form of digestion, cause people always acting out on things that have fed them. Show up, throw up, disrespect, then trespass on your energy. And frequently I hear different frequencies. There's levels to get limits. The integrity is bittersweet when delivered and presented instead of attending sacrilegiously to a sense of self-supremacy. No different from gorillas who pillage in villages, committing grimaces. Epitome of killers who are filled with misbelief and greed. But the apple grows far from the seed. But the apple grows far from the seed.
But the apple grows far from the seed. But the apple grows far from the seed. But the apple grows far from the seed. But the apple grows far from the seed.
Adam had an apple, we communicate with it. The more you know, the more dangerous it gets. People use it widely, I'm no stranger to a gift. But if you're sharing knowledge, don't let me make you a snitch. Guess we should believe the way we talk about ourselves. My mind has been set free, but I still think about the world. More than the sunset when it sets sail. Eva's been set free, but I still think about the world to this day. The whole game is trying to convince us self-love could never work the same. So everything we ask for we get. Hidden feelings have me fitted that we're socially inept. Lucky now I think we're capable of coping with the stress. Our lack of closure got us all closing up again. Sometimes we're open and sometimes we ain't. Not just thinking with my dick but with my heart on my head. You know you can trust me even if you don't have trust in most men. The trick is to know that most words are no threat, and some words are far from the emotions that I read when we're setting up a fence. Humility is something people seem to forget, and this actions leave the room when that word has been said. If the rain falls, I've always got a coat to lend. Reactions misinterpreted are just a natural defense without a clue for bonds and how to cut the threads. Just allow yourself to be and do what you're supposed to. I hate it when my actions don't align with what I spoke. Afraid to not be able to just go with the flow. So a step at a time, it's no slip of the mind. With strong friends, I'm not by, but outside and not at both ends. I still show love by the time this poem ends.
The apple grows far from the seed. The apple grows far from the seed. The apple grows far from the seed. The apple grows far from the seed.
Adam had an apple, we communicate with it. The more you know, the more dangerous it gets. People use it widely, I'm no stranger to a gift. But if you're sharing knowledge, don't let me make you a snitch. There's no such thing as silence, but no ears and a closed mouth can bite the apple of discord. And that's the one I see come with the pitchfork. You ever see someone informed give more when they live poor? Now that's a rich thought, I like a bit of rotten apple. We see differently in this tower of babbles, with power and gabbles before the power and fruits. And for the sweetest apple, I bit more than I can chew. Then I caught the flu under the sign of balance. Understanding harmony is an original sin. I take unrighteous men and still sit at the table with them. If I can see you carry reason, then that makes you a friend. So rather than chase to the end and treading on faces to win, I leave my message when I'm making my print. My brain in sync, the pain is ink to paint landscapes, portraits fitting for the sake of them men and women portrayed in forsaken skin. Cause we can teach of hate without statements, with hatred in. Sense the power of influence and the change it brings. It makes me think. Cheaters don't trust themselves.
The young minds are intelligent.
The richest have a poor perspective, and the poor have more directions.
Self-realization can cause depression unless you work towards progression.
Crimes have deeper incentives. The police are on a spike from a
Growing pressure. When things die, it's real.
If you hide and close your eyes, you build survivor's guilt. Take the words away and you'll find we're still
Designed to feel something to vibe on other than
fighting for oil, protein and the vitamin fill.
I stay righteous and will
to take the wax off the apple I peel.
My belly's rumbling.
I wonder if Adam and Eve had belly buttons, searching for the facts that are real, can tell me something. Freedom of speech is treason to wholly and even live. Reason is weak, what the fuck is power for people? What it's meaning to be is the truth can be lethal. So you choose what you believe, but do not be deceitful. Social intelligence is judged by the etiquette. It's what people don't teach people. It's no testament interpreting Old Testament. My brothers are the best of it. My sisters say protesting. My subject is anything. Memory tells me nothing is left behind. On the fence, don't tell me I don't know my left from right. And what happens when the penny spins and stays on its side? And we multiply from seeds that you threw in the bin. The whole time I'm saying birth is a beautiful thing. In the Bible it depicts a fucking nuance of sins.